Hello and welcome back to the Motoring Lounge. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going down the B road today. Jared is not with us. He is currently sorting out his house that he's just purchased. So there is me and Alex, and we're going to do something a little bit different. And we're going to talk about a specific topic and just roll with that, really.
And any guesses to anybody what the first specific topic is and where it will lead?
Not sure.
Ben's come up with this idea, so I feel like it's heading a certain direction. I can see what's at the end of this B road.
I don't know what you mean. Tunnel, probably.
It looks rather Porsche shaped.
The iconic 911 shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea with the B roads is that these are going to be podcasts that are just on a specific topic. So today we're going to go down the German car route. So we both own German cars. I know Jared is also a big German car fan, German car owner. So go down the route of that and talk about what it is that makes the German car scene so appealing, really.
Yeah,
so interesting.
I've owned, off the top of my head, like 5 or 6 German cars, mostly Volkswagens, and then obviously the A6 I had. So currently own a German car, the Mark II Scirocco. So yeah, I've gone through quite a few German cars. So
yeah.
It's definitely a scene that I know relatively well. And for me, I feel like German cars are an interesting one because they tend to be quite good cars. You get a Volkswagen, you get an Audi, something like that. They're good cars. They do what you want them to do. They're reliable, they're solid, they perform quite well. But then you've also got the options on most of them for modifications, so they're quite good for being able to modify them.
Yeah, a bit of everything. I mean, for me, German car scene is the thing that got me into cars in the first place. People that I knew that had German cars, especially Volkswagen. Like you said, I think when you think of German cars as a whole, someone says, "Oh, German car stuff," you tend to lean towards like Volkswagen, Audi, that sort of stuff. I mean, they're the originals. You know, they are the German car originally. So yeah, I think it's
the other ones that come to mind are stuff like BMWs, Porsche, Mercedes. Not the biggest Mercedes fan personally. There's a couple at work that I've used, and I've never really enjoyed driving them. There's just always been a disconnect for me that hasn't been there with that car. But Volkswagens and Audis, I mean,
you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's like you can't go wrong with them. So I feel like they're a safe choice. Yeah, they're a little bit more expensive than your French cars or whatever. Yeah. But in my mind, there's always a reason for that. There's a reason that you pay for what you get.
Yeah, you get the reliability and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly that. So I mean, as far as I say the scene, I think that's an interesting one. But I mean, I think you do have scenes when it comes to cars. You know,
definitely.
There's people that are diehard, only want Volkswagen German stuff. There's people that want Jap stuff. You know, there's horses for courses. There's roads for certain drivers. You know.
I feel like it's going to be quite a Volkswagen heavy episode because we have both owned Volkswagens. I've owned several.
I've owned a couple. Yeah.
So
technically 3-ish. Yeah. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, if I start counting, I could be here a while. But because we've owned quite a few Volkswagens, they're the easiest ones for us to talk about because we know what the scene around them cars is. But I mean, with stuff like the Volkswagens, you can go new, you can go old, and they're cool regardless. You get a new Golf, sort of like what Jared's got, which is quite a newish shaped Golf. He's got a Mark 7.5.
Yes.
That, and then I had a Mark II Golf. Both cool in their own rights. Very different cars now compared to what they used to be. But they're still very cool.
Yeah, I think you're right. Timeless is probably the best word for that, because I do think you're right though. If you're interested in that kind of thing, you can respect a Mark 1, Mark II Golf all the way up to something new. You know, something new that comes out that someone's modified. I don't know. I mean, lowered, wide-bodied, whatever your style is with that. I feel like there's
something there for you, and that people are gonna take notice and respect the build, and people are gonna be interested. You turn up to a car meet or a car show, with something that's cool and slightly different, people are always going to be interested in what you've brought.
Yeah, I do. I mean, on the same sort of note, on the flip side to that, I guess there's still a lot of criticism in that scene. There's a lot of people that think they are the top of the game when it comes to Volkswagen stuff, and that's probably where the scene comes from. You know, people want to show off what they've done to cars. I mean, going to shows since I was like 17, before I actually could drive.
Yeah.
I was going with friends that could drive, and we'd go to like Ultimate Dubs and things like that, Edition 38, the cool car, Volkswagen especially, but modified car stuff was sort of where I gravitated towards with it. I think as I've grown a bit, I think that I do still like all that stuff. I have a huge respect for all that stuff. I do think there's more of a what should I say? What's the word? Appreciation for the classic stuff.
Yeah.
Like, untouched or touched, but OEM plus style. You know?
Yeah, like an upgrade on the base rather than a full modification.
Yeah.
Like the Scirocco I've got.
Yeah.
That's pretty standard. I do want to go a lot more in depth with it, but currently it's pretty standard. It's on BBS alloys, which were a factory option, but not for that car. So sort of OEM plus, it's from a different Volkswagen, but you could spec it on our Volkswagen at that time. It's on coilover, so it's lowered a bit. Mm-hmm. Not best coilovers, but we've got over that, and yeah, the rest of the car is pretty standard. So
yeah,
there's variations to it in there. You can appreciate the standard, and you can also appreciate the massive builds where they've got, they're on air ride, they've got a wide body, they've got a full kitted out sound system, stuff like that. There's options for everybody's taste.
And it's like you said, like one end to the other again, isn't it? That's that OEM plus bit.
Yeah.
Or the like heavily modified. Obviously, there's other ways in between, but like even you'd said about yours, like there's other little OEM plus modifications. Like you're like, I want the seats, but I want the rear upholstered in this GTI tartan, which, like you said, is not an OE option, but it is, but not for that car. If that makes sense.
Yeah. But then I changed slightly on that idea because, as you can see, I'm sat on a Mark III Scirocco seat, and I bought these to put into the Mark II. Does that count as an OEM plus upgrade?
Yeah,
a car from
it's retrofit.
15 years later, I put in the leather seats in it. It's an interesting one, but yeah, that's the plan for these seats that I'm currently sat on.
I think it's like retrofit, isn't it? Because again, it's the VW.
The VW seats, and they're from a Scirocco. It's just a Mark III rather than a Mark II. So yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean about that, and sort of OEM plus stuff, and also there's a lot of that. Gonna mention it, gonna bring it up in the Porsche scene, but there is a lot of that sort of stuff that's small details. There's just this little bit of this little bit.
Yeah.
One of the things that I remember watching was about a guy that got a 964, and the rear lights on a 964 didn't come with, or for a very short period of time, they came with a rubber seal around them. And what they found was that the rubber seal was expanding and contracting, and basically they were all just curling up, and like they just looked crap. And they were like, oh well, that's not very good. So Porsche just went, well, if we take the rubber seal out, it doesn't actually need to be there, it doesn't do anything. It was to seal the light in, sort of thing. But if we take the rubber seal out, there's still a very, very small gap. But does it affect anything?
It weren't even to stop water ingress, it would just...
Yeah, I think it was originally, it must have been stop water ingress, but like because it was such a small margin, and they sent the cars out, and then they must have been checking them, I don't know, when they came back for servicing or whatever, to see if the water had made any difference, and hadn't. So they just never put seals back in them. But like this guy was like, I found a set of new old stock seals and put them back in. And like he said that as long as you feed them and like keep the rubber supple, they're fine. But obviously, people were just driving them.
Yeah.
Were just taking them out, bringing them back. So he's like, I've now got these little rubber seals. It's like, Ian, if you didn't know that, you could walk around that car for an hour and you wouldn't pick it up unless there was another one right next to it. But it's like these subtle little details. Same with like Volkswagen Club Sport, I was going to say.
Okay.
Similar sort of thing. Unless you know it's a Club Sport, unless you understand what that means.
Yeah,
subtle differences.
You're not gonna know. One thing I did notice that did impress me with your knowledge of Porsche was when we went to Box and Gas, there was two Porsches side by side, don't know what they are. It'll tell me in a second when I start describing it, which ones they are. But it was the one where, to one side, it was in Porsche
Guards red.
Guards red,
Yeah.
and the one in the centre was Ferrari red.
Ferrari red. Yeah. And you could very, very slightly tell the difference.
You could tell the difference.
Very.
I could tell the difference based on previously doing bodywork on cars and doing
So slightly
paint panels and like colour match, but only because you pointed it out did I look at them both and go, oh, they're a different colour.
There's two slant noses. That's what it was.
Yeah. But
One was the guy was telling us.
I wouldn't have picked it up otherwise.
Yeah.
Without you saying.
It was very subtle, very subtle. But he was saying that guy spec'd the car to match his rest of his car collection, which was
mostly Ferraris. Yeah.
with Ferrari cream interior with Ferrari red paint. And so he was. I mean, it's ballsy to go into Porsche and say, "Can you repaint my car in Ferrari red? And can you also put Ferrari cream interior in it?" So
walking into the paint sample bay and just bring in like the wing mirror off a Ferrari.
Yeah,
or something.
this
Can
one.
I have it in that? And they're like, "Is this off what I think it is?"
Yeah. So yeah, interesting. But
So, when you told me about this B Road podcast you wanted to do, I devised a little game that we could play in the podcast. I will. That's why I've got my laptop, trusty laptop, right here.
okay.
I will hit record on the screen so I can put it in for the people watching, but we'll try and describe as best as we can for anybody listening.
Okay.
And this will be a Keep 5, Cup 5 Porsche edition.
Okay.
So I've tailored it to the German theme that we're going and you specifically.
Okay.
So this was sort of put together a bit last minute as we decided on this a couple of hours ago.
Yeah.
So I will skip to the next one. It's currently on a PowerPoint document and we have Keep 5, Cup 5.
Okay.
So I will put a car up in the middle for you, show you what it is and tell you what it is, and you tell me whether we're keeping it, and it will be a car that you would own or can continue to exist.
Okay. Can continue to exist.
Can continue to exist, or the cut is they no longer exist. You can't buy one. They're gone, gone forever.
Okay.
And we're doing this blind, so I'm going to give you a car and not tell you what is next.
Okay.
So you've got to sort of in your head decide what Porsche I could have come up with. Because it's me, I don't know Porsche, so I've just come up with some.
Clicky the sun.
So let me just scale this down a touch. The first one I have for you is a 918 Spider.
Ooh. Iconic. Worth a lot of money. So keep. Simple.
Add that to the keep pile. And I will keep them on screen for everybody to see what is being kept and what is being cut. Option 2. So the people will be able to see what the options are because it's on the screen. And there's not much I can do about that. Next one that I have put in. I actually named the files so I remembered what they were called. G-body.
Keep.
That was a quick
Oh no, I hope I know the right ones here. I think iconic whale tail. Somebody that lived in the village where I grew up had one. It was in white. He was a producer for the BBC, I think, something like that, down those lines, or something to do with the BBC. And I remember him coming back one day with this car, and I was just like, oh, amazing. So keep.
Macan GTS.
Depends what's coming up next. So I think for this particular one, I like them. I would own one, but not the most inspiring to look at. So for this particular example, I cut it.
Cut. So we've got his first cut. Third one in for a cut. That's not terrible. We could have been like 5 in before you have to cut the rest of them.
Yeah, you want to get that far?
No. This one. This.
Do you like that laugh?
I already know where this is going, so I could just put it in now, but I will turn it and ask you. And this is not the specific car itself, but the sort of concept that goes around the car as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because you'll see. RWB. And this specific one is Dan's.
Oh, it's obviously Keep.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, where's my? I've got a Nakai's poster there that's signed. In fact, I have one here, right in front of me.
Yeah.
From that exact build of that exact car.
So that car that I've just shown Ben is
RWB over there.
is one owned by someone we know called Dan.
Hang on.
That one's Ruby. The poster for it is there. The poster for Ruby is there.
Oh, the poster for
Behind
Ruby's
it.
there as well. So that's 4 RWB articles in this room. So I'm going to go with Keep.
Keep. Okay. Next up. Not sure where this one will go. So, scale it down a touch. For everybody in the comments screaming that there's probably a better way to do this, please tell me, because I'm happy to try them. A 911 2.2
So the new shape.
new shape.
This
just
is
said
hard.
I don't know where
This
this
is
one's
really
gonna go.
hard because I like them and I would keep them. In my 5-car garage lineup at the moment, I'm not doing too bad. Got an RWB G-body. I need a new Porsche, but you could just throw like a Visag pack. Or a GT3 RS out later down the line, you know? I'll keep it. I've got 5.
Yeah.
I've got one more.
Okay. We've got to get through a lot of cuts soon.
Oh no. Can I swap these?
I knew this was going to be a good game.
Can I swap these?
No. Once you've locked it in, you've locked it in. You can
Kill it off
tell
already.
us what amendments you'd make at the end.
Okay.
I'll give you some lighter ones that I think I know where these are going. Gen 1 Cayman S.
Absolute cut.
Okay.
Rear of that car is, in my opinion, not nice.
That one.
Not a fan.
Or a quick cut.
Quick cut. I mean, I'd probably want to drive it back because everyone does say they're a good driver's car. But as far as just on styling and my taste, cut.
The Cayenne.
Cut.
Cut.
Same reason as the Macan. I don't mind the Macan as an SUV.
Yeah.
Cayenne though, I mean, I know that we looked at buying one the other week, but other than that, no, don't think so. Styling wise, no. Doing well. I think I'm doing well. A few more to kill. I'm inquisitive as to what you've got lined up.
A Boxster S, I think. Boxster.
It's a newer shape Boxster as well, isn't it? Of the overall lineup of what I've got above so far, it'd have to be a cut.
Cut.
I can't get them back from the grave though, they're gone. He's going to throw Porsche Tractor out right at the end, isn't he? I've got to keep that.
Some of these need resizing, but we'll deal with that after. Okay. I'm going to throw this one next.
I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
This one is a, just for my sake, before I show it you, 944.
You see, originally, if you'd have asked me this a while ago, I'd have cut it instantly.
Mm-hmm.
But I do actually like a 944, and I would have a 944. But
You've got one keep and one cut left.
this is my problem. I've already cut 3 cars, and I've kept 4, right?
No, you've cut 4 and 4. If I just size this one down for you.
Interesting.
Bit hard to do when I'm working sideways.
Interesting.
So,
Oh yeah, I killed that one as well, didn't I?
yes, we've kept 4, cut 4.
It's on the line, isn't it?
So where is that one aiming?
I think for the purposes of really, really hoping what you've got next, is a good one. I'll cut it.
Okay. Brilliant. I think that was the right decision. I wasn't going to hint to anything, but I think that's the right decision.
I genuinely have no idea what he's done. No idea.
No.
None.
Because I think I've probably saved the best for last. I think.
Well, I've got to keep it now anyway, so
I don't think you'll be complaining.
Can I cut another one?
A 964 RSR.
Yes, absolute dream car. If I had some pennies, I would buy one of those. I mean, RSR, obviously, as you know, is not an actual road-going vehicle.
Yeah.
They're race cars. But they can be made to go road-going, obviously. Or take an RSR engine and put it in a turbo. Keep the turbo engine because they're worth a fortune as well. Sales.
You have cut
993 GT2.
the Cayman, the Cayenne, the 944, the Boxster, and the Cayman?
Yeah, Cayman,
Cayman.
yeah.
And then you've kept 918, the G-body, the RSR, 992.2, and the RWB.
I've not done too bad there because actually I've got.
Are you quite happy with that list? Is there anything you would have changed?
No, I wouldn't have swapped any of those round. I mean. Yeah. No, I don't think I would swap any of those round. I think I've got
You think you've done it?
the best of the 10 in my top 5, definitely.
Cool.
I think so because, again, daily driver though. I mean, if you wanted to realistically keep Cayman GTS,
Yeah.
not Cayman,
The Cayenne.
Macan GTS, keep that maybe instead of potentially the 918. Potentially.
The 918's there just because of iconic. It is what it is, and it is. Do you get much more than that?
Yeah, true. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Quite happy with that?
Yeah, it's good.
Quite a good little game for you.
It's good.
I'll just save that recording quickly for putting on the screen for everybody else. So if you're watching, that should have been somewhere on the screen for you to see.
Yeah, if you're listening, go watch it on YouTube, go watch it on Instagram, because it's not really the same without the visuals. If you know what those cars are by listening to them though, then well...
Yeah, obviously for people that know what the cars are, obviously you can picture that in your head. In the comments, definitely tell us what your keeps would be or cuts.
Yeah.
Or if there's any like mega ones that I miss, because obviously, as I've said, I'm not a massive Porsche fan.
Yes.
So I sort of put this together with my vague knowledge of Porsche
Good choice.
to throw at you.
Some good ones there. I like
To give you the options. I tried to not double up on sort of. I didn't get two different like cans or like a newer and an older one. I tried to sort of spread it across quite a few options. So
I think that was good.
yeah,
Good shout. Very good.
cool.
Tell us what you would change, 100%. This is going to be a big
Yeah,
argument. about
obviously people will have their own opinions on which ones should have been in the keep and which ones should have been in the cut.
that. Although, I'd just like to point out, if anybody says that I cut the wrong 5, you're wrong. You're completely wrong. But yeah. Yeah, good idea.
Definitely let us know.
Good shout. Enjoyed.
I think we'll try that again for some other ones.
Yeah.
Good.
So, like I was going to say, German sort of automotiveness, right? We were talking about it before.
Strassenkultur, as some would call it.
Strassenkultur, some would call it. Big plug. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this earlier actually, which is kind of what led us down the B Road podcast idea, or in my mind anyway.
Yeah.
There's certain places in Germany that are dedicated to carness.
Yes, you were talking about. So for any of you that don't know, me and Ben actually work together outside of doing this, and you were talking to one of the guys at work about. Obviously, you've just been to Berlin, seen some of the cars they have over there, and then you're on about some of the car places over there.
Yeah, so I was saying I'd quite like to do next year. I'd quite like to do the road trip and go and visit some places in Germany that are motor related. So obviously there's like Wolfsburg, which is Volkswagen production. Stuttgart for Porsche I'd like to go to.
Yeah.
Munich's a good one. There's BMW BMW in Munich. There's also a few like cool motoring museums that are just general stuff.
On that, I want to. So I've been looking at sort of towards the end of this year before it closes, is doing a trip to the Nürburgring.
Yeah.
I'm not planning on going to send a car around the Nürburgring, but the Lancer I've got, I'd like to maybe take that on a lap of the ring.
Yeah.
Sort of medium go. It's not designed to be a track car, but it's done a track day at Silverstone that I quite enjoyed in it, so I'm thinking about taking that to the ring, putting it round a lap just to say I've done a lap in it, because why not?
Just say it's a lap of the ring.
Yeah, exactly. And then on the way back, I want to maybe stop off at, I believe is it Motor World?
Yeah.
Which has the part of the Michael Schumacher sort of museum exhibit in it, where he's got some of his personal collection and some of his F1 cars and stuff. I'm definitely thinking about dropping by that and having a look around there, because that sounds like it should be really cool.
Yeah, definitely. I want to do something similar. I'd like to go to the same place. There's also something next to Munich Airport. I think it's the airport. There's like a big sort of hangar that's like a massive motoring world museum type place, and I don't know if that's the same place. I feel like that's Cologne though that you're talking about. But basically every city in Germany's got an attraction for motoring.
This sounds like it's shaping up to be next year. The Motoring Lounge need to do a road trip.
That does sound like a good idea actually, yeah. Lads. Yeah, that does sound good.
I can see it. Jared in his Golf, me in the Scirocco, and Ben in
something else.
Something. A Porsche when I convince him to buy one.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah,
something German.
Road trip. Yeah, something German. To like I said, maybe do something to what I'm looking at. Do a lap of the ring. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to send it to the point where you're risking putting it into a barrier. You just got to
just to say you've been around.
Keep your wits about you. Make sure the other cars around you are.
I think even if you do it slowly, just not slowly, but you know what I mean, like not
reasonable speeds. Yeah.
Not to Misha level.
Yeah.
But like just say
put
you've
your
done
foot
it
down on the straights, get some speed up, but then take it steady around the bends and don't bin it.
Yeah.
You've still done a lap. You've enjoyed your experience there. You get to watch a load of other cool cars go round, see some awesome cars coming flying past you and stuff, and then
maybe see if Misha's around.
Yeah, that would be a funny one.
So actually, a story about that as well. The King of the Ring. We actually met Misha at an event in January this year.
Yeah, the beginning of this year.
So somebody that we know mutually knows him, and he was there, and we got stood talking for, I don't know, probably 25 minutes or so, wasn't it? We're talking about a bit of everything. Some things were related, some things not. And our friend said, I wouldn't let you, talking to me, she says, I wouldn't let you go 100% because I feel like I would just need to change your clothing when I was done.
Yeah.
And he looked at you and he said, well, what about you, Alex? How much would you let him go? And you went, 100%. Just absolutely send it. So he said, when you're around, hit me up and we'll see what we can do. So
yeah, it's definitely going to be a slide into his DMs, I imagine.
100%, and just say, you remember me? You remember I said I go 100%?
Yeah.
No, I mean it. Let's.
I mean, if there's anybody to take you around the ring, who better?
Or rest in peace, but Sabine again, same thing.
Yeah, there's not many people that know it that well that you would trust to do it. I feel like I know where you're going with this.
What about Franz Hermann?
Yes.
Would you let him take you around the ring?
Yes, I would. Franz Hermann, I would let go full send.
Yes. You're also wearing his top.
I am. So, for people that haven't seen the reference,
yes,
Franz Hermann is a name that F1 driver Max Verstappen used when he was doing some testing for GT3 cars, but he didn't want to put his name down because anyone that saw the sign-on sheet and stuff like that would be mobbing him, wanting to meet Max Verstappen, yada yada yada. It become chaos.
Yeah.
So
Apparently, legally, you don't have to race under your own name.
no, you can
Not on the Nürburgring, it's technically a toll road, so...
Yeah. So they asked him what name he wanted to use, and he came up. He said, "Make it sound as German as possible." And between him and the people that were sorting it out, they came up with Franz Hermann,
Good name.
and that's what he raced under. But he did, off the top of my head, did he do 2 laps as like sighted laps, and on the 3rd lap put the fastest lap in on the ring for GT3 cars,
Yeah.
or something along them lines? It was something ridiculous where he'd done a couple of laps and then were breaking records.
He did 2 laps, apparently. Well, no, it's in a video with Chris Harris, so he did 2 laps. His sim racer for Verstappen Racing did a lap,
Yeah.
and then Max got back in the car, and in that 3rd lap that he did, correct, he broke the lap record for a GT3 car around the Nürburgring.
Yeah.
And that's just straight up
Which is
talent.
ridiculous. And before that, he had never been to the Nürburgring. He
Yeah.
said he'd never
Driven it.
driven the Nürburgring. He's done it a lot on sims, so obviously that, I mean, it shows for the people that maybe don't think sims are
Worth it.
worth it or realistic. It shows that, I mean, if you can race it on a simulator quite often and know the track enough to then jump in a GT3 car and on your 3rd lap put the fastest lap in on the ring, there's clearly something there that says them simulators are doing something. It's not not driving, is it?
No. I mean, you definitely can set them up to be as near as damn it. I mean, F1 for establishments, facilities have simulators in them now.
Yeah.
So they can simulate what the car's going to do under this sort of conditioning. What if we change this downforce setting and that and this? So it does work.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting. Very interesting.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, next year I think it's interesting. I'd like to go to Germany maybe.
Yeah.
Boys trip.
Boys trip.
Jared, what do you reckon?
I think he's up for it.
He says yeah.
Yeah, that the trip to Germany would be really cool, and one thing I do want to try and go to next year, which I feel like you're going to want to as well, is I want to go to an F1 race.
Yeah.
I want to make a weekend. I mean, in the UK, as is Silverstone, but it's just so expensive. I think if I am going to one next year, I'll be looking at probably Spa.
Yeah.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Because from the what I've done looking about it, it's actually cheaper to get a weekend pass in Belgium and drive over there and stay over there than it is to get the Sunday pass
Yeah.
for the race at Silverstone.
It is. It is by far.
So I feel like that just sounds like a road trip in itself.
Yeah, that one's good, and I think Budapest is good as well.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Hungary.
Bad price.
Yeah, so both of those, yeah, definitely sounds like a to do. I'd like to do that as well. A lot of motoring stuff that I want to do next year. I feel like this year's been.
Bit quiet almost.
No, I don't think I've been quiet. I mean, I think
No,
stuff I've been and done this year is pretty interesting, but I've not done
It's
a lot of my own.
It's weird for us, yeah,
Yeah.
because obviously at work we do a lot of car-related events. So we're at a lot of car events,
Yeah,
but not for the motoring lounge and not for
the-
ourselves.
it's the other side of it as well.
Yeah.
You're busy doing things all
Yeah.
the time, so it's not like you get to go and like
You don't
walk around
experience
and
the
enjoy.
event.
Yeah, so it's a different take on it, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, events for myself. I mean, like we went to Box and Gas
Yeah.
a few weeks ago.
I think that is the first event this year that I've been to that
Yeah.
was a car event that wasn't
For work.
for work.
Yeah.
And
I
that
think-
was in July?
Well, Box and Gas.
Yeah.
No.
Beginning of this...
August.
August. Beginning of
Yeah.
August.
Very start.
So, 8 months in, I've been to a car event for myself this year.
Just the one. Don't think I've booked anything else either. Oh no, I have. We have Sunday Scramble
Yes.
in October.
I've vaguely got a ticket for that.
You vaguely got a ticket.
I'll have to check with someone, but yes, I've sort of got a ticket for that.
I do have a ticket for that. Me and a friend of mine are going, and then hopefully you and one of the guys that we work with are also going. But we'll see.
Yeah.
See how that goes. But I've never been to that. I've mentioned that before on the main podcast as well. That, yeah. Sunday Scramble, interesting.
You got tickets quite quickly when they came out.
Look, the second they went on live, I got notifications like bang.
And then, like, not long after, you were like, "Oh, you should come to Sunday Scramble." I went on the website and sold out.
Yeah, they sell out so quick. So quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely would like to do the abroad stuff. And I also do keep up with some YouTubers every now and then, and one of them being Sam Seen Through Glass. And he's done road trips in his Porsche to Germany. And the hotels and stuff, like, it's a really cool place you can stay. Just some really cool stuff you can see, and I like Germany as a whole. And so much so that I've just been and I'm going back in 3 weeks.
I can imagine the hotel's expensive, but I've always wanted to check out that hotel in Germany where you can park your car at the room.
Yeah, the glass box next to you. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
And like your balcony is where your car sits.
What view?
Yeah, what a view.
You don't need anything else.
And one of the guys at work were telling us about a car park that's basically a vending machine.
Yes.
Where you put your car into it and it just off it goes. And
you said it's like Tokyo Drift.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to try all these things.
Yeah, definitely.
Experience them, and hopefully if we can do them as a team, as the Motoring Lounge, we can bring it for all you guys to enjoy
definitely.
as well.
And something else.
Sort of experience through us.
Something else I want to do.
Ooh.
Next year.
Okay.
I would like to build a car of some kind. Now, Alex has stumbled upon an accident waiting to happen.
There was nearly an accident the other day where I should have bought a car.
So there's an auction site, and it's not a usual auction site. It's
like a
login. Yeah, you must have a login. You must have this and that and the other to buy cars there. But one of the guys at work has bought a car for very, very cheap.
And
doesn't run.
Will be coming to the channel at some point because he said that we can do a video on it and show you guys. So we will be going and checking it out. I've got some sort of B-roll footage of. I went down with him to pick it up because it needed a trailer in back. I've got some B-roll footage of going and picking it up, and then obviously I'll introduce you all to it and show you what he's got and how cheap he got it and what it's needed to get it back up and running. Cause it's still not running yet, so give him a little bit of time to get it running first, and then we'll have a play about it and see what you guys think of it.
Yeah. So yeah, that could be a potential option. This is what I was talking about when we were doing the challenge thing about potentially buying a Porsche. That was on there. But there's a few. I want something. I'm waiting for something to just peak up and go, oh, that's the one.
I stopped myself buying one on there the other day.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to go the distance as to where it was.
Yeah. Because
all the vehicles on these sites.
And now you regret it.
Need trailering away because
they're salvage.
Some of them are like police seizures where they're getting rid of them because they've been seized by the police, whether that's due to not having insurance and MOT and they've not been picked up, or whether they've been in like a chase or something like that, or they just general cars that the insurance have written off because it's uneconomical to repair or
some reason,
like visual problems. For me, I don't tend to go deep into cars that have mechanical issues.
Yeah.
But it's visual stuff, scratches on bumpers, dents in doors, wings, stuff like that.
Oh, the BMW that you found where the bumper wasn't attached.
Yeah, maybe not that one.
No, maybe not.
Unless you can buy a bumper cheap. But for me, I'll look into it and see whether it's worth it. If it's visual bits, I can polish up some bits.
Yeah.
You know, I used to do paint and body repair, so worst comes to worst, I can repair some bits, and some bits you just run. You know, if there's a bit of damage on it and you've got it for cheap, you run it. The car I was looking at was a Honda Accord wagon, 2.2, and that sold for very cheap.
Very cheap.
And when I said very cheap, like £150 plus fees.
Still.
So you're probably close to £300, but £300 for a Honda Accord wagon.
Running and driving.
The problem with that is the speedo didn't work.
Yeah,
who needs that?
So there's potential.
We're now a bit hooked on this website. So
you spend your lunchtime scrolling through like, oh look at this.
So yeah, they may something may appear from there.
Yeah, we'll see.
Something definitely will appear from there. It's not on me.
It's the next car. I can feel it now.
Yeah.
When Alex is like, oh no, I've spent some money this weekend, and I'll be like, oh no, can I have Monday off? I need to train the car.
I need another day off work. Why? I'm taking the tow car down and I'm picking up a vehicle.
Again.
Yeah. But yeah,
That's funny.
there's definitely something coming, and if we can find the right vehicle, we'd like to do a few builds on, like a few certain builds on some things.
Yeah.
So builds with a theme, so not just we've bought X car and we're just gonna do some stuff with it. We want to go down the route of maybe do a track build on a car, or maybe do a show build on a car, or maybe do like, I don't know, like if we got something jacked, we could go sort of like max power.
Or you could go like wide body or something.
Yeah, something with a theme. I think the cars that we're looking at for the channel will have like a purpose in mind.
Maybe we could go Liberty Walk.
Yeah.
I say that in massive things.
Yeah.
I know there's a website where you can get cheap kits as well.
Like an AliExpress Liberty Walk.
So
like a £300 Liberty Walk.
There's potential. There's potential to see what we can do. But yeah, I'd like to do something like that. I said race car build, didn't I? Because we were saying to you something, for example, like a Mark IV Golf. If you can get a Mark IV with a 1.8 20-valve turbo in it, they're quite a quick car. A few bits and tweaks here and there, you can get a decent bit of power out of that. And also, they're cheap enough these days that you can just rip everything out of them, put a race seat in them, you know, find someone that'll fab us up a cage. It doesn't have to be a super, you know, let's do a budget race car.
I mean, if you're stripping bits out of it, seats, door cards, stuff like that we don't need, there's always people looking for them because they're not exactly readily available, are they? So you on a Facebook Marketplace, eBay, you can make some of your money back from it. So
yeah, maybe we go down the route of this is how much I've spent, this is how much I've made back.
Yeah. This is the total build.
Can we do it for nearly level?
Yeah. Can we make money?
Can we make money by making it a race car?
We'll find out.
That could be a really good shout. Really good shout. So hopefully more of that sort of stuff coming soon. Yeah.
Come on. I think we wrap up this episode and see if we can find Jared for the next one.
Yeah, we'll see who's sat with us next time. You might notice there's a change of surroundings as well.
Yeah.
So because there's not the three of us, we don't need as much space. So we're actually in my man cave at the moment.
It's quite nice up here though. It's different. You've done well.
Do you know what it is? It's basically the area where everything that's not allowed downstairs in the house comes upstairs. So I have all my car-related memorabilia and random.
There's the Lego
things. No Lego. I'm not a big Lego man.
Let's get you a couple of Lego F1 cars.
Don't have any Lego really. Just random thing. I mean, like, what's this? In it, the toolbox. It's a stress fan. So yeah, a bit of everything, but yeah. So thanks very much once again for sticking with us and listening. More of the B-road stuff will be coming. It'll just be in with other content. So this is the type of stuff that you will see when we're not all around or time doesn't allow. So we want to give you guys something to listen to still and something to watch. It's just an extra bit of content, and like we said, specific categories with this, a bit more on the German theme. And we'll change it up for next time. But yeah, thanks very much for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Please do all that sort of stuff.
Let us know what your options would have been on the Porsche Keep 5 Cut 5.
Yes,
Make
definitely.
Sure you slot that down in the comment section. And
we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
thanks very much for listening. See you soon.